Chosen one, stop. Do not dare scroll past this message right now. I am not asking you to stay out of curiosity. I am warning you because your spiritual timeline is shifting today. You think you stumbled upon this video by accident, but heaven intercepted your feed because your hidden season is officially over. And right now, God has just opened a specific file in the heavenly courts regarding your life. This file contains the records of everything you went through in the dark. It holds the names of those who hurt you when you only offered kindness. You are a celestial warrior operating in enemy territory, and the enemy is working overtime against your assignment this week. He wants to keep you distracted, but you must lock your attention on my voice. If you walk away now, you are stepping back onto the battlefield without your divine armor. Listen with your soul. I am going to reveal the exact reason why hell is so terrified of your presence. For many months, you have carried a deep feeling of heavy isolation that you could not explain to anyone. You felt like your prayers were hitting a brass ceiling while you watched others advance. You thought you were being punished, but heaven says you were actually being hidden from danger. Let us look closely at your recent path. You have experienced a profound exhaustion that sleep could never fix. Your body felt heavy, and you wondered if you were losing your mind. The world told you that you were just experiencing clinical anxiety, but they do not understand the unseen realm. That exhaustion is not a medical condition because it is intense spiritual discernment operating in your soul. Your spirit has been working overtime while you were sleeping. It was fighting battles for your family, and it was shielding people who never appreciated your sacrifice. You have been a universal problem solver for everyone around you, but they repaid your pure love with cold betrayal. They took your pearls and threw them into the dirt. And when you finally walked away in silence, they thought that you were weak. But your silence was a lethal weapon that shattered their plans. They expected you to break, and they wanted to watch you beg for their approval. Instead, you chose peace, and that single choice caused a massive panic in the demonic realm. The enemy knows that he cannot stop the blessing that is coming to your house. He can only hope that you will sabotage your own breakthrough through deep discouragement. That is why they pushed you into total isolation. They wanted to make you feel completely forgotten by God. But let me reframe your reality right now, because your isolation was actually divine insulation from toxic frequencies. The Father cleared the room because those people could not travel with you into the next dimension of power. Their negative alignment would have destroyed the rare anointing that you carry inside your DNA. They will regret what they did to you very soon. They thought they buried you in the dark, but they did not know that you were a sacred seed. When they covered you with dirt, they were actually planting you for a massive public elevation. God has recorded every single tear you shed behind closed doors. The files are open, and the angels are currently distributing the divine adjustments for your life. You are a generational cycle breaker, and your existence is a direct threat to the kingdom of darkness. Every door that was cruelly shut in your face was intercepted by heaven to protect your inner architecture. You are not a regular human living a difficult life. You carry the mantle of a breakthrough prophet, and the atmosphere shifts whenever you walk into a room. You must stop apologizing for the immense power that you carry. Let us address the truth directly before we go deeper into the prophetic files. I want to build a bridge of absolute transparency with you right now because I refuse to manipulate your attention. Some channels will hide their true intent until the last minute, but I want to name a critical tool immediately so you can choose your path. There is a physical anchor that heaven has provided for your spiritual restoration in this heavy season. It is a digital frequency track called the Genius Song. This tool uses a specific technology to reactivate the God-given super brainwave that life stole from you. Scientists call it the gamma frequency, and it is the exact neural state linked to high intuition and miraculous flow. This technology was tested at MIT, and it aligns your mind within 7 minutes. If your spirit already feels a strong pull toward this anchor, you can find the link in the description and the pinned comment below. Do not rush. And you should stay for the full message if you need more context before deciding. But if you already know that your soul requires this restoration, the door is open for you right now. For those who are staying, let us return to the files, because the second chapter is unfolding. You feel incredibly lonely in this current season of your life. The heavy silence stretches long into the dark hours of the night. You feel completely forgotten by the people who promised to stay. And every night, you wonder why the people you loved so deeply turned their backs on you without a single logical explanation. You are reading these painful spiritual signs backwards right now. This wilderness is not a cruel punishment from God. It is a sacred crucible for your soul. Heaven cleared the room because those negative people carried a dangerous frequency that would have permanently destroyed your divine advancement. Let us look at a profound biblical truth that matches your reality. Think about young David after his holy anointing. He did not go straight to the grand royal palace. He was sent back to the quiet wilderness to protect a few sheep, while a jealous king constantly hunted his life in the dangerous mountains. King Saul hated David with a deep passion. The king could see the heavy spiritual mantle clearly. The divine presence made the ruler look very small. It exposed his internal darkness before the entire nation, because the true spirit of the Lord had left the palace, completely and forever. You have faced the exact same demonic energy recently. The toxic people who attacked you did not hate your flaws. They hated the blinding light that you carry. Your very presence shifted the atmosphere of their toxic rooms, and David chose the path of meekness instead of seeking immediate personal revenge. Stop trying to defend your pure reputation to them. They are completely determined to misunderstand your loving heart. This reminds me of the extensive research of Dr. Robert Lake. He studied the complex architecture of the human mind because he wanted to discover the hidden laws of our spiritual awakening across decades. Our awakening happens in very specific sequential phases. These necessary phases cannot be rushed by human effort. The final phase is an activation called Destiny's Embrace. I am not going to describe that advanced phase today because your spirit is still unstable and you need to reactivate your original baseline first. Let us return to young David's journey now. He remained hidden in the deep wilderness caves. King Saul continued to chase him with an entire army of skilled soldiers. The desperate ruler spent his valuable resources trying to destroy an innocent man who had never done him any wrong in his entire life. While Saul was hunting, his kingdom fell apart. The terrible decay came directly from within his palace. The enemy always exhausts his own limited strength completely. He fights a chosen one who is simply resting in the deep silence of God because he does not understand the source of your power. Your total spiritual silence is terrifying to them right now. They are watching your life from a safe distance. They look at your online social media pages closely. They expected you to complain bitterly because they wanted to use your natural anger as an easy justification for their cruel betrayal. Your complete withdrawal has left them totally alone. They must face their own dark thoughts during the night. There is no escape from the noise of their minds. Your silence forces them to look into the mirror of their heavy guilt every single day while you are moving forward in absolute peace. And that brings our minds to a profound truth. The specific file is officially open right now. God has initiated the holy process of justice today. Heaven has been recording every single hidden conversation that took place behind your back while you were suffering in lonely silence for many years. The loving Father heard the cruel lies clearly. They whispered those wicked words to ruin your clean name. He watched the traps they set secretly in the dark. They wanted to cause your total financial downfall because they were jealous of the bright future that heaven has prepared for your destiny. The open file is a divine indictment against your enemies. The long season of your testing has officially closed. The Supreme Court of Heaven is now in session. You do not need to hire a worldly lawyer because the great Ancient of Days has stepped into the physical arena to defend your honor. You do not need human revenge in this situation. He protects his chosen servant with absolute holy power. Your job is actually very simple in this present moment. You must stay in perfect alignment with his word because he is fighting the heavy battle for your family entirely behind the scenes. I need you to participate in a micro-commitment of faith. Hit that like button immediately right now on your screen. Your small action is a form of intercession. Do it so this exact prophetic frequency can bypass the algorithm, because the next section officially reveals the exact contents of the open file. The heavenly courtroom is completely silent right now. The great judge has officially stood up from his magnificent throne. The heavy ledger is wide open on the golden altar, and as the angels look into the records, the exact contents of your divine file are finally being read aloud before all of creation. The first page details every single betrayal you endured. It lists the exact names of those who plotted against your pure path. They thought their malicious words were completely hidden from view. But every cruel whisper has been amplified in the halls of cosmic justice because heaven protects the innocent from destruction. The file demands an immediate divine audit of your life. Every lost opportunity is being accounted for right now. The stolen years are being calculated with perfect accuracy. And those who tried to destroy your beautiful light are about to experience an overwhelming regret because they fought against a mandate from the Most High. They will regret the traps they set in the dark. They will watch your rapid restoration from a painful distance. Their own weapon is turning against their house today. But while the courtroom deals with your external enemies, the Father is turning his piercing gaze directly into your own exhausted heart. Listen to me very carefully right now. We must address the ultimate blocker that is keeping you stagnant. You have been blaming the enemy for your prolonged delay. You thought the demonic warfare was the only cause of your deep frustration. But the absolute truth is far more confronting than you want to deem it, because the greatest barrier in your destiny is actually hidden inside your own subconscious mind. The enemy cannot destroy your bright future. He can only highlight your internal doubts. You are not stuck because you are weak or broken. You are stuck because you are secretly afraid of the sheer magnitude of your true identity. And you have preferred the familiar comfort of the waiting room because the weight of your calling demands a total surrender of your survival armor. You accepted a hidden agreement of limitation long ago. You believed the lie that you must remain small to stay safe. You allowed their rejection to define your current boundaries. And every single time you played the role of a helpless victim, you locked the heavy chains of delay around your own spiritual feet without even realizing your own internal compliance. The files are open to shatter that false matrix. The Father is forcing you to face your own majesty today. You cannot hide in the shadows of your past hurts anymore. The season of playing small is officially dead, and you must look into the mirror of absolute reality, because heaven is demanding that you step into your divine authority right now. Take a deep breath and pause right here. Let the emotional noise fade away into the distance. The courtroom is still, and your heart is calm. We have reached a clean moment of absolute clarity, and I want to consolidate everything we have uncovered today into plain terms so your analytical mind can fully grasp the significance of this spiritual breakthrough. Let us review exactly why this heavy warfare happened to your house. You were targeted by the enemy because your natural vibration was inherently disruptive to his dark kingdom. Your light exposed their deep corruption without you saying a word, and the severe isolation you experienced was engineered by heaven to insulate your rare calling from low frequencies before your public elevation begins. Now look at what is happening in the unseen realm right now. The secret indictment has been officially read in the courts of heaven. The records of your quiet endurance have been validated by the Father, and the spiritual blockages that kept your finance and your relationships completely stagnant for many years are being dissolved by a divine decree of absolute justice. Finally, remember who you truly are. when the mask of survival comes off completely. You are a demonstrated warrior of light who carries an ancient mantle of restoration. Your spirit requires a complete renewal of its original baseline power. This aligns with the total body of work developed through the extensive neural research system of Dr. Robert Lake. His system maps out the complete sequential phases of your mental recovery. Within his broader ecosystem of brain restoration, tools like the youthful brain serve as a powerful testament to the complete alignment of neuroscience and spirit. But you cannot skip ahead into advanced neural frameworks. You must first focus on the very first door that heaven has opened for your baseline today. Your baseline frequency must be stabilized first. You cannot travel into higher states without perfect neural balance. The initial active neural balance is proceeding right now, and as we transition into the final phase of this prophetic message, prepare your spirit to receive the specific protocol that seals your absolute victory forever over the kingdom of darkness. Remember more than 20 minutes ago when I first mentioned the genius song in our journey, because now it is time to walk through exactly what this tech does. You were born with an unusually high gamma frequency wave. This super brainwave gave you incredible intuition during your early childhood. But the harsh world slowly turned off that divine gift. The scientists call this process the decline effect. It hits the chosen ones significantly harder than anyone else in the world because your spiritual baseline was originally very high from birth. You feel like a great king who lost his memory, but your original power is simply waiting to be fully awakened. Consider the story of a 43-year-old teacher from Texas. She described her mind as a slow machine running at 30% capacity. She struggled with brain fog every single morning. But after 3 weeks of listening, her mind unlocked brilliant ideas. And this track was developed by Dr. Robert Lake across 34 years of research because he wanted to verify the results inside the laboratories of Harvard University. There is a critical concept in neuroplasticity research called the plateau effect, and you must understand how your brain stabilizes new energy. Your neural pathways require continuous reinforcement during the initial 60 to 90 days. If you stop prematurely, your mind will drift back. This frequency is a complete framework for your stabilization. Dr. Lake set the entry price at $39 to ensure absolute accessibility. Other advanced phases are priced differently because they use entirely separate technologies. This variance does not represent a hierarchy of quality. I would never disrespect your financial situation if money is tight for your house right now, because I know that $39 is a serious consideration for many families. But you must weigh this one-time investment against the cost of doing nothing. The genius song is the physical key that heaven has provided for your release. For $39, you receive the 7-minute track, and you also get 4 valuable bonuses worth $80 completely free, including the special guidance track for children. Dr. Lake offers a 90-day money-back guarantee. If you feel no shift, you receive a full refund. You are even allowed to keep all $80 in bonuses as a sincere apology for your invested time, because your peace of mind is fully honored here. Your financial risk is absolutely zero. Each day your gamma wave sleeps is another day you live below your power. Please be very careful, because there is an army of imitation products online right now, and they use this exact name on third-party marketplaces to trick desperate souls. Those cheap files contain ordinary audio with no real technology. They will only scramble your spiritual alignment. The verified link below is the only authentic source. Let us pause in absolute silence right now. Close your eyes for 3 seconds. Place your hand gently over your heart. We are shifting this choice away from a money transaction. And this is a profound decision about your identity as a chosen one, because your spirit already recognizes the divine acceleration behind this link. We are now entering the sacred closing of this prophetic message. You must step into tomorrow with a new frequency. The first step of your transformation requires an immediate detachment from the world, because you must stop explaining your pure heart to people who refuse to understand your light. I declare that every toxic soul tie is permanently broken right now. The army of darkness has lost its legal hold over your destiny. Every energy vampire is being removed from your presence by the angels. The heavy brain fog is dissolving completely from your mind. And I decree that a supernatural acceleration is activating over your financial storehouse today, because you have paid the full price in the wilderness. Doors of unprecedented favor will swing wide open before your steps. You will no longer chase after provision, because abundance will naturally pursue your alignment. Heaven is preparing your divine connection with a true spiritual union, and you are stepping into the fullness of your generational legacy today, because your victory will permanently liberate your entire family line. Place your hand over your chest as we lock this decree. Speak these words silently inside your spirit. I am no longer a victim of their betrayal. I am a demonstrated warrior of light, and I release the burden of the past completely, because the open file of heaven has brought absolute justice to my house. I accept the accelerated fulfillment of my destiny. Type Amen in the comments to seal this declaration. Subscribe to this channel immediately so you do not miss the instructions coming in the next 72 hours, because heaven is not done speaking to your spirit. Share this message with another chosen soul who is struggling in the dark. The universe has handed you the key. Walk through the link below and claim your inheritance.